because we have to do that down here with the sidewalk going to the school.
We picked you up on the camera,
Oh yeah.
whoever was doing it.
Well, yeah. So it would have been because I was over
What are you
in
doing?
their
Good.
side
How
of
are you?
town. It would have been Blaine was in the Bobcat and Kevin Warren was in the truck. that Sean
Yeah, it
was
looked
in.
like a little bobcat with a.
Oh yeah. If any of us
Nice
get the
blade.
choice, we like.
Talked
the
with Alicia
Bobcat. It's
about
so
your
much-
oath.
You can see better.
Sign it.
You can-
Okay.
If you want to, you can, but you signed it last time. Nothing's changed with your position, so you don't have to re-sign it if you don't want to.
Okay. Good. I won't then.
I thought you were going to ask. He told me he got into somebody's yard on Long Drive. So I thought that's what you were going to ask me about. Because he didn't see in that curve where it curves back up
Oh,
the back.
right.
He misjudged it, and then he looked, and he's like, "Oh dear, I'm in somebody's yard." So I haven't had a chance to look at that yet. But
I thought the Bobcat worked better in
Hi,
the
Jeff. How are you?
cul-de-sac
well, yeah,
than
that's where he went first. Was on the
Yeah.
phone size.
what the plow actually did. So,
Well, see, the Bobcat actually scrape.
yeah.
Whereas the truck could just float, the plow just floats.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's ice.
You gonna watch it while you're in
Hey,
it?
look at that.
Which point?
You still on my phone? It's time delayed, isn't it? Fastball. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, I thought it did a good job.
It saves wear and tear on the truck. So.
Did a great job.
And like in Tulsa, I see there's lots of and I don't know, hopefully we didn't, because I warned him about taking it to the south in your cul-de-sac and then not plowing a full driveway. And he's done, I've had so many guys that get their driveway.
Oh, yeah.
And they end up through snow and
Oh.
I mean, remember their driveway there, you just retake to snow in her driveway.
Oh, they did a good job.
Not a big deal, but yeah, I talked to them. And some guys are really waiting until the next time. It's gonna freeze back down.
Oh, yeah, because it was going to get colder and
We'll
yeah.
never get up.
Yeah.
And even when we left.
Yeah.
We left about 3, I got home about 3 in the morning. When we left, still froze down.
Yeah.
And I could do some, I almost wanted to go do it.
Came to the house.
You gotta stop somewhere.
Oh, it was fun.
Never ending though.
It was
It's
fun.
there because
The act of doing it, I enjoy it. It's deciding when you call everybody, so then do it right, do it late, you don't miss your window, and then that's what I just need to see the act of doing it. It's just,
You got it right the last time. At least you got one.
I got one. See if
about
it's-
90%. That could be done. I have to get stocking stuff. That's it. I think on snow you have to get Secret Santa.
After March, let's put it that way. At least April.
I like your thinking.
Yeah. So this
We get
is
stuff
a
in Indiana.
possible couple inches here.
It's
Saturday.
just, I just give you candy.
No, not Saturday.
I think it's
I don't do
Friday.
presents.
Friday morning, yeah, Thursday night, Friday, yeah.
So I usually get them candy and gum and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My stockings are all
Yeah.
candy and gum. Edible stuff.
Man, I'm tired of it already.
Yeah.
Went out and cover a couple of chairs on our deck. It's good. Let's get some movement into them.
You guys done with
We'll
yours?
have to keep them covered.
All done?
Composites.
Pretty good.
Still, it's got the metal. Put the cover. I think a tear went down my cheek, because I had those covered up for the winter.
I don't know. I thought you said she was.
She was gonna call, but she was coming.
Oh, I know. We never got a call.
But you went ahead and put her on the agenda.
Well, put her on there because I wasn't sure if she's gonna just show up.
Yeah, this is the placeholder. I
Yeah.
told her that she needed to call when she was coming. So.
Oh, okay. So she's not
So if
coming.
she's not here, then.
All right. Okay.
Well, it is about time to call this meeting to order, I guess.
We can mark them off.
So I guess we will do that.
Strike.
Thank those that are here for coming, and hopefully we have a few people at home watching maybe. Hello there. I'll try not to bore you too bad. So, did both of you had been in and look over the minutes? The one question I had, is showing our meeting at 4:00. I asked you the other day, you said 4:30.
Oh, does it say 4:00 on the
Yeah.
minutes? And that's what I put in my notes. Well, I need some white out.
Yeah.
I have 4:00 in my,
Okay,
my
4
works for me.
calendar.
Okay, I just want to make sure because you had told me that. Yeah, that's what you texted me the other day. So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Well, he just said 4:30.
Did I?
Yeah, when you came in the other day.
Yeah, 4's fine with me. I mean,
Yeah, 4 works.
4's better for me,
4
actually. Yeah, so.
Thanks,
Okay.
Sean.
Stick with 4:00.
I'll take the blame on that one if I
Okay.
need to.
No, it's okay. He just asked me right after you said it.
Oh,
So
really?
then I was
Okay.
like, oh yeah, 4:30. I turned around and wrote it on my calendar after you said it.
No.
And then I checked. And I'm like, okay, so whatever. And I could have misheard you.
Because I had 4 in my head and I thought,
Yeah.
well, maybe there's a change or something. I didn't know.
4
about.
works for me.
Okay, all right, good enough. Well, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as stated.
I'll make a motion that we accept last month's minute as stated, as read.
Do you have a second? Second. Okay, all in favor?
I
All right, happened. All right, Dorsum's look like gives a quick interlude of what we're doing here.
Well, we got 2 quotes, more or less. I can't remember that gentleman's name that came over. Is it Jake?
Marty. Yeah, JM Excavating.
Yeah. He gave us a quote, and then a Stephen Thompson gave us a quote. So I think we're gonna go with Jake. I think we've decided to go with Jake because I mean we got to do something.
Yeah.
And really, the difference is about $10,000, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Yeah, but it's gonna cost us over 20,000. So, you know, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's not a drop in the bucket, you know.
No, that's
So that's how it's gonna cost that much.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going the route of doing the lift, the pump station?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's really
About the only choice we got.
the cheapest
Yeah,
route,
well,
if
yeah.
you want to call it that way.
And it's not cheap either, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, it would be if it would be a lot cheaper, but that it's not even. It's pointless to even bring it up because it's not doable. So
It would probably cost more to
fight.
it than just to do what we're going to do.
So we're just gonna get it done, get it taken care of. God has been good to us, so He gave us the means to do it. So we're gonna just do it, get it done and over with.
Okay, Chad, you had some input about something there about the.
But yeah, so the kind of main reason they're here tonight is if we would be willing to help the contractor apply for the right-of-way permit to do the work in the state right-of-way, because the town would not have a permit fee, whereas the contractor would have about what they're telling me, $1,000 permit fee. And I told her and the contractor that I couldn't make that decision on my own because obviously at that point we have a bond for doing state right-of-way permit work for the water mains and stuff like that. But obviously at that point, we're not taking ownership of their line, but we are taking some responsibility for the contractor doing his work along the right-of-way and that he does it correctly because it's our name on the permit and not his. So that was the main reason I believe they're here tonight, because I told her I could not make that decision without you guys.
Bethany, what's your input on that?
I don't necessarily know that you have a ton of exposure or liability. I'll run it past Alicia, but plain and simply, I mean, it is going to be connected to the town's utilities. So I think if the town wants to do that, I don't necessarily think that there's an issue with it, but I'll confirm.
Okay. And about how long does it take to do that permit? I mean,
From
how much
the
time
time
are
we
you
have-
going to have involved?
The application doesn't take more than I'll probably sit down with Jake and it'd probably take an hour or so to do it. And then a lot of it hinges on what the NDOT will send you questions back sometimes asking things that maybe they want to know about. So I would say I'll have a couple, 3 hours in it probably.
Okay.
You know, by the time they get done asking questions and
Okay.
things like that. So
Okay. Any other questions or?
Do we need to confer with Alicia? Can you do that tomorrow or?
Actually, I'll send her a text now and see if she's able to.
Was that something that would need to make a motion on, or?
I'm assuming, so as of right now, I would say let's not do a motion because we have the opportunity to catch that up at the next week meeting. So we're not going to put you off for another month. We can have a resolution relatively quick, but let's just make sure that we have all of our ducks in a row. It will probably need a resolution would be my guess. I think that's the best way to establish the paper trail on it. We could do it by just a motion in the minutes, but I think Brooke's hand would probably thank us if we did a resolution. And so if that's something that I prepare up and bring to you guys, that's pretty easy.
Could we do a resolution subject to legal counsel approval?
Yeah,
Well,
but
you'll be doing it next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Just I didn't know
And
what your
the
time
re-
frame was. So
the reason that I say that is because if we do a motion and we do it by the minutes, Brooke is responsible for establishing that and putting it in the record and then subsequently in the minutes. That's a lot of jargon that's going to be right there for her to have to write down. If I did a resolution, I can type it up pretty quickly, bring it to you guys, and then Brooke just says, "Hey, we did this resolution," and it'll save everybody's hand from cramping. It'll make sure we get all of the language in there correctly. Yeah, especially since we have the opportunity of doing another meeting really quickly.
okay, very good, very good. Okay, I said we meet the 18th, so we'll get that done for you then. So okay, all right, Ed, you're up.
Good evening.
You guys want to leave while you have a second, or you want to stay for the meeting? It's up to you. I just want to give you an out if you want out.
We can leave. Do you want?
You don't have to leave. I'm just letting you know.
Do you want us to return
Next week?
next Thursday?
You shouldn't need to.
No, I mean,
Just
it's
let
just
you
a
know.
matter of
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
He'll, but if I can throw in that, it'll save us some money. So
Yeah, we understand.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. You all.
Thanks. Thanks, Jack.
Merry Christmas, you're getting a pump station. What a crappy gift.
Where did those?
Anyway, we got the Tahoe back.
CBS?
It's all fixed, complete, good shape. Obviously, we got the new Tahoe. Gonna go in January. It'd take a month or two to get that taken care of. Pretty quiet. Had 15 calls for service. And then we had a mix-up with some billing issues with Axon. Talked to you about that, and I handed it over to Brooke. She's done a fantastic job of getting a hold of Axon and put it back in their court on what has happened. Don't know the end result yet, but I
This
think
is
we're
about
good.
what now? I missed.
Axon, our camera systems.
Oh, okay.
In car and body
Oh yeah,
cam.
okay, yeah, with
Yeah,
the money.
body
Yeah.
cam.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, she's done a great job taking care of that. So, we'll
I'll
see what
know
end result
the ball's
is.
kind of in their court right now, which is what they said. They're going to figure out if we're paying yearly for like $3,000, or if it's like a 5-year contract, or if they want all of it. I don't really care either way. But one lady I talked to said we owe $16,000. She wasn't even concerned about us not paying the last 2 years, but so she wasn't like aggressive about it.
Yeah.
But then when he brought the paperwork up, the timeline didn't make sense because it said like
Yeah.
February 2024, February 2025, February 20, all the way through 28, I think.
28, and the
And-
numbers.
And it had
just-
numbers in the 3,000s, each one of them.
Mhm.
So I'm like, so am I supposed to be paying this 3,000 a year, or are they wanting the 16,000? So I called back and, of course, talked to a different person because she never talked to the same person at a big company like that. So she said, well, that's a good question. So she's going to find out. And either we didn't pay 24 or 25, and we'll pay those, and it'll be around 7,000. Or if they're saying, well, we want you to pay the life of the contract,
So that's it. I mean, fortunately, it didn't only happen here. It happened in Kirkland as well.
Yeah.
Is it that they're not billing us? Is that why we didn't know about it?
They switched. They were sending invoices. Were they sending them here?
They were sending them to the
But
town.
not since I've been the clerk treasurer. But they've been sending them here. Well, then they switched it and sent them to the police department. And he doesn't check for invoices. I don't know. Was it they were sending it to
sent
the police
it to
department, but not
They sent it
your
to
personal?
Roswell PD.
Mhm.
But when I signed the contract, I used Ed Underwood at Rossville PD, right?
Okay.
I don't check that other email, so
You know. So
partially my
now,
fault. But then they sent all the invoices to Ed Underwood at Rossville PD in one day. And
Yeah.
I haven't received these in 2 years.
yeah. So he's
So-
freaking out, thinking, oh my gosh, we're behind like $16,000 or whatever. We're not. I think we're only behind like 6,000 whatever, but they weren't super concerned about it. They just want to get it right. And then when I talked to the lady yesterday, she's like, yeah. She goes, that's confusing how that one invoice has this, but she told you it was 16,000 whatever, which she was telling me it wasn't somebody trying to get something out of us. It was the right price. It was just all at once,
Mm-hmm.
where they had another thing laid out where it was year to year to year and 3,500. It was different each time. Even one month was, or 1 year was 2,000 something, and then another year was 3,700, and I don't know how they did that or why, but they did. And so, anyways, we just need to know so we can obviously put it in the budget and figure it out. If they come back and say we owe 16,000, we have it. I mean, in police cars, and I highlighted some things here. I mean, we have money in the building fund, police equipment. There's another police thing down here. Oh, clothing allowance, police clothing. Between that and the police equipment, that'll cover more than half. And then we have money in the building fund. We also have riverboat. I mean, we got
Places to get it.
places to get it. Then we wouldn't have to pay it the next 3 or 4 years. So I mean, it's not like we're out money. It's just trying to figure out when we're going to spend the money for it. So my guess is they're going to come back and say, go buy that sheet we gave you that has the year to year payments. That's my guess is what they're going to come back and do. I'll pay them the 7,000 in 2020 next. I think in February it's due every year. So, and then in February I'll pay them another 3,000, and
Since
we'll
we've
just keep going
switched
year
over
to year.
the camera systems, the tasers, the in-car, it's always been yearly because you have 3 separate ones. You have the one for the in-car, these, and then our tasers, right? Well, I didn't renew the taser contract because we could still use our tasers. Plus, Delphi donated a couple to us, so we're good there. But it was either they broke it down so it wouldn't be so much for one department. But I will, after the incident that happened in Kirkland, I will never go without the camera system. Period.
So I'll keep you posted when I find out from them.
Okay,
I'll
thank you.
send you guys an email and say
Okay.
this is what it was. And
So yeah, we'll get it straightened out.
Okay, good deal. I noticed that pretty the other day. It was kind of like, what's going on here? You know,
Yeah.
so, okay.
I think I was on the phone with them when you were up here.
Anything else, Ed?
That's it.
Okay. You like the new police vehicle, even though it hadn't been outfitted yet and all that?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Heat work.
Okay. All right, I gotta get to see that here one of these days. So okay. All right, next thing we get Chad.
Okay. Nothing new on the Okra thing. I talked to him yesterday. They'll announce it around December 18th. So it'll be pretty close. We may know by the time we have the meeting. Like I said, water finance is still not great, but we did see a decent rebound. I'm assuming some of that's going to do well. We stopped maintenance activities that were not emergencies. And then we also we're getting the interest revenue going into the water department now. So that's got to be helping a little bit. So wastewater's fine. No big issues to report. The stop sign under the street department, the stop sign ordinance. You got that on your list?
Well, yep, we'll
Well,
talk about
then you can do that. Yeah, that's fine. I was just making sure I didn't forget about it. So we'll have to talk about community crossings, potential projects by next month. So yeah, the last page, and then the second and third page are the things I need to talk about. So I've been in communication with this guy, and this is just a chassis on for the hook lift since we've lost that other deal. I've actually been in communication with this guy. I'm sorry, it didn't in grayscale, it didn't print out very well. Since the last meeting, I've been in contact with him and getting opinions from mechanics and things like that. Now, like I said, that as just a chassis, I've got him down to 30 on it from the 36 that's on
Okay.
there. But then obviously we still got to put a hook hoist on it. Now, and there, this is newer. This is not originally what I was looking for, you know, being pre-emission, which would have to be pre-2005. But the more I talk to mechanics, you know, it's the more you keep trying to buy an older truck, the more you're putting yourself eventually behind the 8 ball of the truck not being supported anymore to get parts for. So this, we gotten some good opinions from guys that we work with on these trucks. Like I said, it's not already a hook lift, which is and the guys, there's some supporting information that I'd like on the truck that he hasn't been super forthcoming with. But I feel comfortable taking Rossville Truck Repair with me on Thursday with a check in hand, contingent on what the mechanic sees on the truck. It came from Georgia, so the frame is very clean. There's no rusting on the frame like we've seen on some of the other trucks, and it would be a good truck for a long period of time. So,
Where's the truck located?
Whiteland, Indiana. So I actually went down. I made arrangements to look at it on my way to water conference last week because it was pretty much right on the way. So I met with him last Monday. I looked at the truck. And then I've been asking him for some supporting information on some engine work that he hasn't been forthcoming with. But
How many miles are on it?
500,000. It was an over the road truck. But yeah, it's clean. I can see some of the work that's been done on it, but I'd feel more comfortable if I had a little more paperwork on it, but it's still, I'm having guys around here that have triaxle versions of that saying that's a really good price on the truck. So, for as clean as it is. Because with a double frame where they put the 2 frames together, you're looking for where the rust will spread those frames apart. They call it rust jacking. This truck has none of that. I mean, it's just
How old is it?
2013. So,
Okay.
so but you know, obviously any of the trucks nowadays, you're dealing with the gamble on emissions. It has emissions. But any of the trucks that we've been looking at that are newer or more supported are going to have emissions, diesel emissions on them. And that's not going to go away. I mean, I won't get political, but it isn't going away. Yeah, diesel emissions standards are not going away. So I don't see that happen.
See, and how much were we going to pay for the other truck?
30 for the whole truck.
No, the one we thought we was going to buy.
Yeah, 30.
So
we
that's
were at
30 also.
That was 30, but it was already a hook lift truck.
Oh,
And then-
okay.
so now you're starting to see why I was so disappointed that we lost that deal, even though we kind of dodged a bullet because you just weren't going to find trucks that cheap. Now, granted, it was a lot older than the 99, but because I've already got a quote if you had to put a new hoist, a hook hoist on that truck so we can sell, we think we can probably get maybe 20 out of our truck as it sits. If you take the hook hoist off of it, the truck's nearly worthless. So our truck's worth more, and we don't really like, the hoist has some things that we don't really like on it, on the truck we have now. So
Sell it as is.
so we want to sell it whole and try to get the most out of it. But the price on a brand new hoist, which I would hope to avoid sometime in 2026, but worst case scenario, that hook hoist to put on there is 55,000. So now you've got, instead of 30, now we're up to 80 some thousand. Take 20 off, you're in the 70. I figured with some contingency, you're in the 70 range. My original budget was around 55 for all of this. So I've got, if this one falls through, I've got some other leads, but some of them are 5 hours away. So this one, I'm comfortable recommending that I at least have the authority to go down there with a mechanic, and if the mechanic sees something, I'll give him the check. So that's where I'm at with it. So
I think any vehicle is going to cost us in that range. You know, I mean, no one's going to give us one. So
this is true. Yes,
that's the thing. That's the thing.
It's and for us, this is my goal is this is a 15, 20-year purchase. So I want it, obviously I want it to be right and not be a bad decision. So.
Yeah. But with you going down there and looking at it, taking a mechanic, why I mean, I have no qualms with that. Any other questions?
That
Okay.
sounds like a good idea.
Entertain a motion to let Chad go down with a check to purchase
I
the
think you
truck.
just did.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
The only other two things, I reached out to Michael Gokenauer on two things, which is the number 7 and number 8, Ross Township ground. So Stan and I had some text messages back and forth about, after Bethany informed us last month that they need to draft a resolution and we need to draft a resolution. Stan and I threw out to Michael Gokenauer that, well, would you guys pay half to just have Bethany draft both resolutions?
Mhm.
So the question I got, I didn't hear anything back. And so yesterday I got hold of him again, and then I think some of the board members are going to ask me, well, how much is 50%? So now I'm asking, how much is 50%? If we could find out by maybe next Thursday when we have our meeting,
Yeah,
how much their half would be.
I would say no more than a couple $100. I don't think that will take me longer than I honestly, transparently, because it's going to be, we need to have a match and whatnot. I probably have Alicia look at it.
Yeah.
I would say call it, maybe their half would be 200.
Okay.
I mean, it probably take me an hour, maybe a little bit less to do it. A little bit of time for Alicia to just peek her eyes over it too. I would probably say we'd be all in.
Yeah, but then
400 to
there's-
500 or less.
Yeah, is there any title searches or anything we have to do? We don't have to do that.
So the title search is going to be something separate. As far as just drafting
We'll have to do that.
the resolution, I would recommend that the town would do it. If they will split the cost with you on it, it will be relatively straightforward. So there's kind of a couple different things. So we would have the resolution is kind of the document that each entity would have to have in place to officially make the gift happen. Then there would have to be some sort of a deed prepared that would be them conveying their interest to you. There would then be the title search and title insurance component of it. Title search is pretty straightforward. It's not going to be super expensive, $300, $400, maybe $500. And that's really just Phil going over and tracing the prior ownership, making sure there's no liens attached to it. That's what that is. Title insurance is a whole different gambit. I don't think we really need title insurance here. I don't really know that a title insurance company is going to want to write a title insurance policy on this anyway. So I would probably say if you do all of that, everything all told, it might be, call it 1,000, give or take.
Total. So
I think so.
Closer to 5.
Yeah, that's my best guess. Now, obviously, there's a couple of other components in there. Phil would be the one doing the title search. I need to confirm with him what it was. I thought he told me ballpark was like $300 to $500 for a title search before. A deed's pretty straightforward. It will cost you less if I bill for the time it takes me to prepare the deed than if I did our flat fee. When we do a flat fee deed, we charge $150. It won't take me $150 worth of time to do the deed. Plus, if we drafted the resolutions, where I have a little bit of hesitation is I would need to make sure it's not a conflict of interest for me to draft the resolution on their behalf as well.
Oh.
Because from an attorney standpoint, I could draft it for you guys and then they could potentially pay half, but I can't in any way seem like I'm representing the township is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll throw the 500 number back at them and see what they say. And maybe get an answer by when you guys have your meeting next week. So
Okay. I'll talk with the partners and see how they feel about the conflict of interest thing. My guess is they're going to say that's probably something that the township could waive their interest and they could waive the conflict for me to draft something like that, and they would probably be fine with that. But I'm still a green enough attorney that I'm very sensitive to those types of things, so that's always where my mind goes
And we
first.
appreciate that.
The last thing, I guess, just FYI, I'm trying to get, just with everything kind of hanging out that we've committed to spend money on, the fire truck being one of them. It'd be nice if you could write the check out of one account next year. So I've asked, and I did actually see Aaron Fife today. So he's going to try to get me the purchase order, which Brooke hasn't heard this yet. So then we're going to have to find out if State Board of Accounts is okay with a purchase order to encumber the $39,000 we had left in CCD from this year into next year, and then you'd be able to write one. Because if you remember, we're going to have to split the payment if they bought the truck this year between seed it and another fund. Well, if we can encumber the $39,000 from CCD into 2026, you budgeted $60 for next year, so you could write one check out of CCD for next year for the fire truck when they get it. The problem is, I don't know if a purchase order is good enough for an encumbrance. If it has to be an invoice from the truck company.
I think it has to be.
Okay,
an
well then
invoice.
I will call Aaron tomorrow, and surely this would not be that difficult.
Confirm with the State Board of Accounts because
Yeah.
ultimately they're the ones that are going to rule supreme. But my experience has always been, and what I have been taught, is that it has to be an invoice.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll maybe just call Aaron tomorrow and say if he's not, maybe he can just give me the number of the truck company, and I can call him and say this is why I need the invoice, and the purchase order is not good enough. So
Yeah.
And then it just makes it a little cleaner for you next year, and then it leaves your seeded funds for next year open because typically you kind of historically it's not a in writing thing. Your CCD is kind of has been earmarked for large fire department purchases.
And I would think that also in Clay Township, if we have to have an invoice, they would too.
Yeah, if they had to encumber money from this year into next year, yeah. So I'll just get old Aaron and see if he can at least, if nothing else, just give me a number to the fire truck place. So the last thing is kind of a housekeeping thing for my vacation. I've got 75 hours left per our handbook, which is actually an adjustment in our handbook a couple of years ago before you guys' time that you guys dealt with this last year because I carried over some last year. But it was an adjustment in the handbook I actually liked. So I'm allowed, per the handbook, per written request, I'm allowed to ask that up to 40 hours of my PTO be carried over. I have 75, so I'm going to have to burn 35 between now and the end of the year, which I think I've got a decent plan for that. So,
What are you gonna be doing?
well, nothing. I'm going to be using my PTO.
Sitting at home under the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully inside, not outside. So anyway, but yeah, it's just kind of one of those. I have to submit it to you in writing. So, and then I think she has to keep pretty sure she has to keep a record of that in the file that you approved it or denied it.
Do we need a motion? I suppose we probably need a motion on that to approve. So
I make a motion that Chad gets to, I don't know if it's the right word, but roll over 40 hours of his remaining PTO to 2026.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Brooke, you have a copy of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just need to
That's the
do that.
other
So. And another thing I think you need here, Chad, is about the on your CDL.
Yeah, I still need to get.
I need to get that done too.
Yeah, I need to get I don't have a contract drawn up because I wanted to get it, and then maybe I can get at least the contract drawn up so she can look it over when she's here next week.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Okay.
once I get that, then I'll get because I still need to get the permit and my physical, and then the place schedule's like 2 months out. So
Okay.
some of that does regard personally. My wife's going to have surgery sometime after the first of the year. So I've been kind of waiting to see what her surgeon says before I schedule being gone to Missouri for 4 days. So,
You may also before you go drafting something, do some Googling. There might be a
I was
template out
as much
there
as I
to
don't
start
like
off.
AI, I was going to
Yeah.
look into that. So yeah, just to save myself some thinking on that.
Okie doke. Anything else?
No,
Okay,
unless you have
good
questions for me.
All right. All right. Next thing, Bethany. It looks like you are up.
Up to me? All right. Okay. So, we'll start with an update on the stop signs. Let's chat about that one. So, I finally have the easement signed by everybody, including Jordan Brewer. So, that got done last week. I was out of the office all week last week. It routed around to Alicia. It then finally made its way back over to me yesterday. So, we got that recorded. I have not seen it come back yet. But I feel very confident that at this point, I mean, it's executed. If it doesn't get recorded for some reason, it's a clerical thing, and we fix it and we'll take care of it. I think we are good to go with then moving forward with adopting the ordinance that allows for the stop sign installation. We do not need to publish this or anything like this, because what we're doing is we are amending there is in the traffic code section of the Rossville ordinances, there is like traffic schedules, and we're just going to amend Schedule 3 with this ordinance that allows for the addition of that stop sign. So we will make sure, obviously, like I said, the stop sign easement has been submitted to be recorded. It's been duly executed. We're good to go on that front. So we can go through the full process. Do you guys want me to run through the ordinance briefly and just kind of hit the highlights? Do you want to read through it? What do you guys want to do?
Did you make an ordinance or is it, or we're adding to?
I made an ordinance that will amend a prior ordinance. Well, I guess it will replace.
Yeah, because doesn't each in that ordinance it contains all the stop sign locations. In it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, here I brought it because I brought the code book so that we made sure we had it. So we have, this is our schedule, and we've got all the stop signs scheduled on here. You can then see when we get kind of over to the back, it has been amended and updated a number of different times. So this ordinance is just going to amend this code section, basically. So yeah, like I said, I've got all of that in there. What we are doing is we are adding to our traffic schedule 3 stop signs, a stop sign at Delphi Avenue. I went ahead and just put it as across from Maud Drive East. That's not, it's not going to be exactly perfect, but that's the intersection that we are intending to add the stop sign to. So what I ended up putting in the ordinance was that based on the recommendations of the utility and street superintendent and town marshal, that this is beneficial for the town on the whole. We didn't do a traffic study. I don't think we need to do a traffic study because I think everyone kind of unanimously agrees that a stop sign here would be really good. And so I went in though and I talked about how, we had the authority already to do the stop sign on the north side of the road because that was already within our boundaries and everything like that. And then we received authority from the county commissioners to have the easement on the south half of the road to be able to add the stop sign there. We have the authority to put it in all places, and then you guys are going to hopefully adopt the ordinance to add the stop signs.
Okay. We need to do that the next meeting, you're saying?
We can do that right now.
Okay. Very good. Cool. Okay, get that on.
All right. Sally, are you ready for our big, long, drawn out?
Can I read it?
Yeah, here. That's what I should do. So first thing, we'll need a motion to suspend the rules and read by title only.
I make a motion that we suspend the rules to read by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect. The title of the ordinance is an ordinance authorizing the installation of a stop sign on Delphi Avenue and its intersection with Maud Drive.
Well, you could pass her the paper.
I can read it. I can read it.
Okay. Clerk reads it. That's the next step.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm filling in for Brooke right now.
Okay. And you just read it.
Yep.
What are we doing?
Okay.
I'm writing stuff down.
I read by title only.
Okay.
Now back to the motion to suspend rules and approve on first and second reading must be unanimous.
So yep.
Keep reading.
So you'll make a motion.
I make a motion that we suspend the rules and approve on first and second reading this what'd you call it?
Ordinance to add a
Ordinance.
stop sign.
Yeah. I made a motion.
Okay.
That's something. A second.
Second. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Approved.
Beautiful.
And now I make a motion to approve on first and second reading, unanimous, not required.
Yep.
Did we just do that?
It basically, but because we have to have a first reading and then we have to have a second reading.
Yes, I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Okay, so we have officially adopted the ordinance. Brooke, I will have to get the ordinance number unless you know which one we are on to. I think. Wait, just kidding. I think I have the salary ordinance was the last one we did, right?
Yeah, we threw a 9 on that one, remember? Because we wanted to make sure it wasn't. Do you remember that, Chad?
I do. Well, because you knew you didn't have a 9, so you wanted to go high enough. You knew you didn't have one.
There was a
So,
6er in there, a 9er.
I did. I
I'd
don't
say
think the
7
word
is
niner was used. I think 9 was used.
So we need to go back in and fill 7 and 8.
I think we're on to 7.
All right.
I think
Works
we're
for
at
me.
7. Okay.
Now we just need one more and we'll be good.
We'll have it all filled in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what's today's date? Today is
9th.
December 9th.
This is.
All right. Now I'll pass this around for all of you to sign.
This was 7.
Yes.
Well, Chad, that'll be perfect because if we do the
The
Sylvia,
encumbrance,
the
the
encumbrance or Sylvia, because that could be.
Yeah.
Then we'd be up to 10 after.
Because your transfers aren't a number. They don't have numbers
No.
for transfers, right?
No.
Here, that's for you to keep. I don't know
Thank
if
you.
I ever actually sent you that. That was the salary ordinance that we
Okay.
adopted.
Yeah, thank you.
Clerk treasurer, ma'am.
Beautiful. Okay, so it only took an entire year, but
Minor
but now that the ground is frozen,
I
Jack,
do
you
have the
go-
stop signs. We have the stop signs in the post.
oh goodness. Okay. Only other thing that I had was the waste collection service agreement. Did you guys see that I emailed it to you once we got the updated version back?
I can't remember.
Jeff, I didn't send it to you because I don't have your email, so I will need
Oh.
to get that before we leave. No worries. I brought it here, so I went back and forth with trash cans. The only real things that I wanted to have changed, I talked with Stan about and I talked with Brooke about briefly, was basically I did not like that they had an auto renew term in there. I didn't think that that's fair. I don't think that that is even okay for a municipality personally. They were perfectly reasonable. They said, hey, not a problem. They took it out. The auto renew term was basically set up that if no party canceled the contract within 180 days prior to the expiration of the 5 years, that then it would auto renew on like terms for another 5 years.
Oh.
I don't like that because I don't think that we should be penalized for it being 181 days and us, 180 days before, or 179 days, sorry, before the end, and us not having sent them notice. So we took that out, and we also just clarified the collection point in there to make sure that we had it in writing that the collection points were not going to change from where they have been.
Right.
So those that had been getting alley pickup should be still receiving alley pickup, barring any crazy unforeseen circumstances.
And what day does waste management pick up our current ones?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
They're just gonna, once they empty them, they're just gonna take them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the totes themselves.
Yeah, if you leave the totes out your last day of using
Yeah, I
them.
think it was on the
It'll
water
be
bill.
different
When-
days. It is on the water bill.
It's on the water bill that when you
Oh, okay.
do your last one,
It
just
was
leave
like
it,
the
don't take it back
24th
in,
and
and
the
they'll pick it
30th.
up.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
And trash cans reassured me they are ready to go. This January 1, they're gonna be ready to
are
go.
they sending something out to individuals on what?
They said they were.
Okay, because I haven't seen anything yet. So
Okay. They
I
had
know
that
there's
flyer
a-
they brought that
Yeah,
time
that's
that
what
they
they
were going to
talked
send to
about.
all the customers.
because they have their schedule, also one can's for recycling and one's for trash.
Yeah.
Depending on the color of the lid, kind of like
Yep.
it is
Just
now.
like it
Yep.
is, yeah.
So okay.
Yep.
Let people know they will be getting new ones. Okay.
So then,
Yep.
Stan, I will just need you to sign, and then Brooke to attest on this one.
What's this one for?
This is the actual
Trash
contract. Yep.
Contract.
We shouldn't need to do anything with it because we already did we made the motion the last time to go ahead and adopt them as the new trash supplier. This is just kind of the formal semantics.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to fill in the date that it was executed because I'll get that back to them tomorrow, and they will have to sign it, and then they'll fill in the date that it was
Okay.
executed.
Okay.
The rest of us need to sign that or just Stan?
Just Stan.
Okay.
Okay, do you have anything else?
I'm done.
Okay, I do have a couple things here. You have any? I know we had a situation with the trailers in the yard, and the county has, I guess, looked at that now. Is that correct?
Well, they were supposed to.
Is that,
Yeah, she said she was going to be in town. Has she not reached out?
No, I haven't heard from her.
I can follow up with her. That was kind of, we stumbled onto that. I'd called her. I had some reason to call her.
Yeah, like the next day after.
Yeah, the next day after the meeting, I had some reason to call her.
Did it have to
and
do with
asked her about
Kirkhoff
that.
subdivision?
The semi trailer sitting
Oh,
on the
I
property
thought
on
you were
West
talking about
Street.
Liz. Sorry, my bad.
And she said that was actually against on a semi trailer is against county zoning ordinances. Or is that right? There's some county zoning ordinance that would prohibit that. So she was going to look at it that day, and I guess I thought that maybe she reached back out, but maybe she didn't. So are the trailers still there? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the breed is
I'll
this?
call
I
her.
think they're growing. Matter of fact.
She did admit the problem.
Snaps old house.
She kind of suggested she was going to
That's
do
how we
some
talk in
research
Rockville.
that
We don't
semi trailers
street
absolutely an issue. Even sea containers
I know where that's
an
at.
issue. Car
Sometimes they have
trailers,
to go back several
other
different
trailers.
homeowners, but-
Yeah, those were more of a because I think there is some car trailers down there. Is that
About 3 of them.
yeah, so that I think she did say that was a little bit of a gray area. The semi trailers were more of a hard stop. So but I will call and I'll just send you maybe a group text with you guys and let you know what she says.
Now, my question for Beth is, should we have a town ordinance? That because I mean, if they don't do anything or they
Yeah.
drag, you know how county government can get. It took us a year to get the stop sign.
Yeah.
Is there anything that should we have an ordinance so we could maybe act quicker on things like this?
That's a good question, and I think it ultimately boils down to how much money is the town willing and able to spend on enforcement. Because at the end of the day, your enforcement route is, yes, you can fine them, yes, you can ticket them, but in order to actually get to a point of things being resolved, you're gonna have to sue them and go to court to enforce it. I mean, you can fine, you can ticket, but at the end of the day, if someone just kind of ignores it, the tickets can kind of mound up, they can pile up, and then all of a sudden you've got someone that has, $500, $600, $700 worth of fines for ordinance violations. Ed's spending an exorbitant amount of time going and assessing the ordinance violations, and then the route to still get something done is to go to court. If the county does it, it kind of falls to the county's dime rather than the town's dime. So if you want to implement something and you're very serious about, hey, we're gonna enforce this, we're gonna assess the fines, we are going to assess the penalties, then that's completely different. If you're like, hey, I don't know that the cost is worth it, or we don't have the budget to do it, then I would probably say maybe we should leave it to the county, because it's kind of falls back to like the same situation with the health department and the Burns house.
Mhm.
They're going to be the ones that have a little bit better teeth, and also maybe it alleviates some of the financial on the town to do that.
Mhm.
It's pros and cons. I don't think there's a right answer or a wrong answer. It's just knowing that going into it, the town's enforcement action is not fantastic. So weigh the cost, pros and cons.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So even if the town were to do an ordinance, would it still fall back to the county, to the Clinton County, to take care of it?
If the town did an ordinance, the town's remedy for violations of the ordinance is to ticket them and fine them, basically.
Right.
The county could still actually enact a little bit more. They could act separately. So if the town is enforcing its ordinance, its enforcement route is assessing fines and then subsequently attempting to collect on those fines, or suing over those fines and ending up in front of a judge to have a judge force a little bit more action. The county can still do the same thing. So in theory, actually, you could have both going at once. Most of the time, that's not going to happen. The town's route for enforcement is going to be, it's just always going to be cost prohibitive, because someone's going to have to be involved. There's going to be some manual labor with it.
I guess maybe I'm not clarifying a little bit. So even if the town does all those fees and everything, but the Clinton County gets involved, it kind of alleviates the town continuing to enforce. Am I making sense?
I think I'm following you. Yeah, the town the town and Clinton County will act independently, technically. There might be some overlap, there might be some cross communication, but they both could act independently. So in theory, the town could spend 4 years finding someone for ordinance violations, and then Clinton County, the BZA could come in and they might be the ones that have a little bit more teeth to actually get the action completed that we're seeking as the remedy.
But we don't want to start it because, I mean, example, if we start it, then we got to finish it because the county's not going to come in after we've gotten to this point and come in and say, well, we're
That's
taking
my
over.
concern.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what you're asking.
That's kind of, yeah.
That's not saying they never would, but if we have taken an authority figure on it and we're trying to enforce our own ordinance, I don't know how much they are going to be really excited about stepping in because they've got a lot going on too.
Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not a winning situation easily.
And you don't know
Unfortunately.
if that guy would even pay those fines.
Yeah.
It kind of answers my question there, so we're probably best to leave that alone, because, see, I got hit up about a week or so ago 2 times on those trailers. Then I got hit up again on the another street north with the semi park there. I don't know what we can do on that. I mean, obviously, I'll guarantee it's an obstruction. I don't know if you've ever been there just east of Eric's.
I know where you're at.
Yeah. That parking semi there is loaded and sometimes and
Yeah. It stinks because it's just there's a no-win scenario.
Can we tell them it's really in the county hands, refer them over to county, and they can call the county instead of constantly coming here when we're not really directly dealing with it? Puts a little pressure on the county. Do something about it.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that's kind of probably what got the health department a little bit back, jolted in to help us with the Burns house situation, was probably some public complaints. I don't think that's a bad idea.
as far as the semi on the street, I mean, the county's not going to do anything with that one.
Probably not.
No.
Area plan would be, I don't want to speak for them, but they're going to tell you that some of that stuff is complaint driven.
Yeah.
You know, they're not just going to go out. They don't have the time to go out and just look for these.
And does the guy with the semi on the street, is he just parking it there to sleep at night and then he gets in the truck and goes and
He
takes
lives
his
there.
load?
He
where-
lives at that residence. I'm
Which
pretty
I was
sure.
gonna, I was gonna mention that. That's kind of a little bit different issue because that guy's, he lives there and then it's his.
Is it just like
it's
overnight
his
parking,
livelihood.
or is it like
Yeah.
several days or a week, or?
No, it's usually just overnight because it's never there during the day when I'm
Okay.
working.
Yeah, I don't
That,
see
that
it
kind of
very
goes to
often.
my point and what I was even bringing that up. If they're complaint driven and the complaints need heard by them, if all they're getting is one voice from the town.
Yes.
Which, like, so as soon
Yes.
as I asked her about that, without even suggesting that she go look at it, she's like, "Oh no, I'll go look at that. I'm going to be in town for an inspection today."
Yeah.
And so she's like, "I'll go by there and look at it." But then I guess I thought maybe she had gotten back with somebody, but
I haven't
guess
heard anything.
I'll follow up with her tomorrow and let you know what she says. But
I feel like I should point to
because
the camera
the
and hear
ordinance
people.
would not cover the guy parking on the street. The county ordinance is not going to cover the guy parking on the street.
Oh.
What she's specifically talking about is using a semi trailer for storage.
Oh.
That guy has got a truck hooked to it, and now it's too
And
bad
it
Ed
moves
had to
every
leave
day.
because Ed and I talked about had anybody actually talked to this guy about finding a different place to park, like maybe seeing if he could work a deal like some other truckers have to park in the old ambulance garage or the Bennett room parking lot, because there is a guy that parks his semi there at night and then walks over to his house, which is on West North Street. And so that was, Ed and I kind of shared some concern after the meeting that this guy may not even know that
might
people
not.
are upset. So, and maybe talking to him might come to some resolution before enacting an ordinance just to stop him from parking on the street. So,
Yeah, I think he needs to be approached and say, hey, hey, other people drive semis and they don't park in front of their house. So Because like I say, I got kind of hit upside the head with that one too here a few days back. So I know there's, and I thought it's kind of, I don't really like it, and I'm sure there's other people that feel the same way. So
Yeah, we've also offered in the past down by the wastewater plant. Now, obviously, that'd be pretty far for him, but there's right there as you go by the wastewater plant, there's room to park a semi there, and we've offered that to people that are, but they were closer. They lived closer by the trailer park where they could park their semi there and then walk back home. So,
okay. Anything else on that? Well, Brooke, I guess it's up to you now. And by the way, I want to comment that we're probably the only town hall in the state of Indiana, maybe the nation, that has a leg lamp in the front window.
But I like it.
it's a
You're
major
welcome.
award.
You're
It's a
welcome.
major award.
Is that usually at your house?
Major award. You don't want to know what I had to do to get it, but it was a major award. I don't have it at my house because I have the tree. It's either the leg or the tree. So I got the tree there and the leg here.
That's good.
It's from Italy.
One of my favorite Christmas shows is that one.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Stan. So I have the allowance dockets, accounts payable voucher for you to sign. Jeff, I changed your name, or I changed Ben to your name, and it didn't stick. It went back to Ben. So I'm gonna have to call Keystone tomorrow and figure out why it did that. So it's whited out and your name's in there, but that's why. And I will figure out why it didn't stick tomorrow. Oh, and you guys will get paid when I do payroll tomorrow. So you get paid this Friday. Your second stipend of the year. Maybe.
What's that maybe stuff?
That's all I got.
Unless mine says Ben.
Then,
Oh, do I have other stuff?
Did they get a copy of this, or did you just get the final budget order?
yeah,
Oh,
we got that the other day, and I questioned you.
is this what you just?
This is what you just
from
sent me today.
Yeah.
Yes, I did look at it. Yes,
Okay.
it looks much better.
Okay. Good.
So,
I thought so too, but I didn't want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Do you want them to see this?
I don't know. Well, in case I couldn't remember if they got did you just get that one from Kyle today?
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't send that to the rest.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Just
well,
me.
yeah. Anyway, they'll be getting their
I
final
can forward it, but if anybody wants a copy of this, this is the final.
budget order.
Yeah.
Which is adopting what we sent.
So everything was approved.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
The problem was the first one put too much. He took, which we remembered why when we got on the phone with him.
Here it is.
He was
if anybody
able
wants
to
see
move
it.
where he thought we wanted our tax levy to go, like
Yeah.
between your general and your MVH. So he put a bunch of it in the MVH, which showed a rather large cash balance hit on the general fund, which we knew we might take one next year, but not to the tune of $300,000. So, so we got a hold of him and got it moved to where he split the tax levy more evenly between the two funds. So that was the issue if you saw it. So,
Okay. Brooke, you got anything else?
That's it.
That's it.
yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Change the subject. Change the subject.
Does anybody else have anything they want to add to the confusion? No? Okay. Well, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
It's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
It's a pretty quick meeting for
Hey.
us.
Wow. About 55 minutes.
When the last one, like
That's
2.5
got
hours.
my email and
Yes.
my stuff.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. I appreciate that.
Yes. They do.
And I gotta go out stuff and eat.
Oh.
Sally, well, Jerry's going to have an MRI on his hip now.
Mickey said something about
Did
that.
he? Okay. He's doing something today, and they didn't know for sure exactly what it was there in the office. So I went and got my B12 shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been not very good.
Oh, I know. I saw him